Good morning. Happy Tuesday. It has been a very interesting weekend. I found out that a young girl that I went to church with, she was 26. She got killed in a car accident last week on Friday. And I was just telling Jared like how everything is just relative. Jared's been going through transition for the last year, and it made me really just clamp down on all the things that he was a part of. All these activities. I mean, he was at the time when I started shifting as far as relieving him from his activity duties. He was in like three and four things, and we were always rushing. I mean, always rushing to get to one part of town to the other, and it was just crazy. And to be honest, I'm surprised that we've never gotten to a car, a car wreck or something. Glory be to God that we didn't. Even as far as how I used to drive, I had a lead foot. You usually catch on the spirit of the people who taught you how to drive. And my father had a lead foot. My mom had a lead foot. The only person who didn't was a girl pal, Nikki. Nikki used to let me drive her car so I can practice my skills and things like that. But relatively, my dad. So yeah. So just thinking like, wow. And I've been in a car accident a year and a half ago. A guy was making a U-turn, and he was trying to do it relatively quickly. I didn't see him, and that's one time I could have been dead. Like, I was so scared. And another time, this was about maybe 5 years ago. It was my fault. I was trying to beat this car because I was rushing to get Jared to school, and like we slid because it was the winter time, and the back of the car like hit the back of the railing, and God showed me like literally He kept us from flipping over, and I just was just thinking of the girl who was in a car accident, thinking of those moments that we were in a car accident. Well, one time it was by myself, another time it was with Jared, and then plus the other time just ripping and running to activities. That's crazy. You're putting your life on the line to get to baseball games and soccer. It's insane. So, and just in general, I'm just like, God, I thank you because it helped me focus on driving, and then also just in general, what is this on my hand? In general, how you just think of life and how short it is and how precious and valuable it is. Everyone's. She wasn't, a relative or anything like that, but I still knew her. I fellowship with her. I went to church with her. And it's just crazy. It is just crazy. So that was heavy on my heart. Just thinking, just of ministry and the body of Christ, a lot of things I was feeling over the weekend and the atmosphere, and some things that happened as far as church, and me and Jira's kind of like on the same wavelength, and dealing with cultural differences and situations, how certain cultures don't understand each other. So when they don't understand, it makes them not have etiquette and say things they shouldn't say. And I had to politely correct an individual, and it's so funny because the last two Sundays, me and your we've just been talking just in general as far as like there's nothing wrong with diversity, there's nothing wrong with change, but we are who we are. Talking about our roots and as far as the black church and things like that, and I drive. We live in the suburbs, and I drive to the city every day to work, and a lot of his activities are in the city. So, make a long story short, I get tired of driving to the city. So, there's one church that we both relatively like, but they start like at 11:30, 12 o'clock. And for a Sunday, that's too late. I think that's entirely too late, you know. Um, if I live close to the church, maybe I wouldn't make a big deal out of it. But if church is starting at 11:30 or 12 on a Sunday, to me, 11:30 or 12, church is wrapping up in the next hour, hour and a half. So, yeah. So I ask God to, if it's meant, you know, which I feel eventually it will, but it's just about when and where, for me to align my flesh up with my spirit to just, you know, venture off and just, you know, visit our roots again. Because the church we attend now, multicultural church, we love the church. You know, some things are different, some things are what we're used to, and but you know, when in Rome, you kind of do what the Romans do, or you observe what the Romans do, and then you choose to participate what Rome is going to do. But their services, it's have service every Saturday at 6 o'clock. It's basically like 6 to 8, and then Sunday from 9 to 10:30, and then 11 to basically like quarter to 1. Those times work, you know, and it just so happens that the church is 10 minutes from us, you know, 5, maybe even 5, but the church that we're both interested in participating, you know, we used to visit and then make it so funny. I had brought my mom and my sister. It's like a family. They're like family. Missionary Temple, and but they start relatively too late. So you know, if that was my prayer though, I just said, wow, if they can start between 9 and 10, even like, all right, I'll press the drive back to you know the city again and attend, but they basically kind of, like I said, start like at 11:30, 12 o'clock. So we'll see. And then my sister asked me about this one church that's kind of maybe like 10, 15 minutes from us, but it's a woman pastor, and there's nothing wrong with a woman pastor. I'm a woman, but I have a son, and you need balance in the church. He need bad enough he doesn't have male mentorship, so I'm not going to attend a ministry when it's 30 women and one man, you know. So it's just a lot to think about. It's a lot of things that come into play when you're trying to find a church for your family, you know. Just because Jared's only 12, I don't want to be like a lot of people that I know. You know, the husband attends one fellowship, the wife attends a different ministry, and sometimes the kids even fellowship somewhere else, and that's not what God has called. So yeah. But I had a moment Saturday night. I had called my sister, and I just felt like the pain in the atmosphere, you know, just from a lot of things that the saints of God are just basically interceding. And I just start crying and screaming out to God, and help your people, help me, you know, have mercy, oh God, you know. A lot of times we do things knowingly and unknowingly, but it's like, God, please, your grace, your mercy. It's just a very, very trying weekend. It was. And then my sister was just being her amazing self and came to my house at like 11:15 last night to bring me a computer desk. It was like, you're so amazing, you're disgusting. Yeah. Because I told Jared that I was going to get him a computer desk, and lo and behold, my sister went and got it. Just said she's amazing. Alrighty. Have a good day, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.